I have not filmed a video in quite some time. Quite some time. You can see these quarantine roots. It's been a minute, guys. It's been several minutes. But we're trying this again. We're trying to go back. So I moved my filming spot. I'm hoping that my light gets a little bit better. Still working out the kinks on that. My background's going to be crazy for a little bit, but we're just getting through. I'm okay with it. So I'm just going to do my go-to quarantine look. Just flew. For you, which is pretty quick. I haven't really been wearing foundation during this quarantine, so I'm not going to wear it today either. Let me get my hair out of my face because that's a pet peeve of mine. Let's clip this back. So hopefully my friend will be able to do my hair within the next, few months. I'm giving her time to get everybody else in because I am not that important with my hair right now. I'm fine with it. So I'm gonna just do a quick, I'm just gonna do my quick little get ready. Now, people will laugh at me and say, Ashley, your quick get ready takes longer than my actual makeup. And that may be the case. But I just enjoy putting on makeup most of the time. So I'll speed through these brows. I've noticed after doing my eyebrows so often without other makeup, I brush them up and because I want to see them get a little bit fluffier. But when I brush them up, this side, my hanging out, cool sister vibe brow, this one brushes up exactly how I want it. My bougie eyebrow, it is not having it. It'll brush up in the front, and then the rest of it's I'm gonna do what I want to do. So we're gonna let it do what it wants to do. I'm gonna put a little bit of this Nude Sticks brow gel. This one really is strong, and I'm needing these to just last through the day. Also, during quarantine, I've gotten to trimming my eyebrows, which usually I'm an overplucker and an over trimmer, but I've done a pretty decent job. Good enough for me to get through. This one's easier. This one I like better. This one's a little bit more difficult because it doesn't like to be brushed up. But I think they look even-ish. Even enough. So during my quarantine... Oh, also, this is my last Morphe pencil. I went through 2 of these. I opened up a new one when quarantine started, and that one's done. So, timeline. Like a checklist. I've had 2 eyebrow pencils, an eyebrow pencil and a half, 4 periods, almost a birthday, my husband's birthday, my sister's birthday. Mine's coming up next week, and usually I dread my birthday. And it's not because I don't like it, it's because I like it too much. So I have high expectations, and I want to have a party where all my friends are there and we have a great time. We go out, we do stuff. And it's very hard for me to plan those types of things because I need it to be perfect where nobody feels left out and everybody can come. And that's never the case. And I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of different groups of friends too, and it's just difficult. And especially now living further away from most of my friends, they don't travel up here. And that's fine. It's a couple hours and a very small house, so it's not like I can have 15 people staying in it. this year, since stuff's kind of reopening at half capacity and you can actually do some stuff, but not really. I know it's going to be probably terrible, but I have so much less pressure on myself to make it feel good that I feel better about my birthday. I don't feel great about my birthday, but I feel better. So there's a little bit of using my Catrice Wake Up Effect camouflage under eye thing. This has been a savior without having to wear a ton of concealer because I'm not wearing foundation, so I don't want it to look crazy. But with my concealer, I'll take my mini Sonia Kaushik, dampen it with, I just have this Whish Hydrating Face Mist. I'll dampen my little sponge, and then I'll take a dot here, and then anywhere else I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. So I have a breakout here, a little one there, that's new, little one here, I have a little bit of redness here, some scarring and hyperpigmentation, sun spots, and I'll just do a tiny bit there. That's what I'm gonna do. Dot that all over your face, my face, and then you blend it all in. I try to bring a little bit of lightness towards the outer sides of my eye to elongate it. Okay. That's the coverage we're going to work with. I think I forgot to tell you, this is Born This Way multi-use sculpting and concealer. I love that stuff. So then I'm going to use my Milk Makeup bronzer stick. I use this. I have a couple different bronzer sticks. I have the Wet n Wild Oaks on You. It's a bit more orange. I don't love it. I have a Colourpop foundation stick in Deep Dark 190C. It's a little bit more orange. I really love this Anastasia foundation stick in Fawn. It's very cool tone. But I like this Milk Makeup one. It's a bit warmer than the Anastasia one, obviously. The Anastasia one's very cool. But this one is not super orange where I look like an Oompa Loompa. So I'll just take a little bit and put it where I want it. And then I'll blend it out with this little firm crown brush. You know, I thought during quarantine, like, I'll have so much more time to film videos. You may be wondering, where the hell did you go then? I did have more time to film videos. I didn't have the mental capacity to film more videos. I know a lot of people, like YouTubers especially, like, oh, I suffer from anxiety, I have mental health issues. And they're valid. I mean, they are valid. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm trying to say that I'm not just one of those people that's like, you know, I throw out the mental health card. I didn't have it in me. I didn't have it in me. It was taking everything I had just to get through the day, and filming was not in my day. I struggled at first. I ate so much. It was like I felt like the world was ending, and if I was going to go down, I was going down swinging, and I was going to eat everything I wanted. So I turned to food for comfort, and gained to like 25 pounds quickly, especially since I had just worked on losing like 40. So I was pretty devastated with that. I'm gonna go with the multicolor Physicians formula. So I was pretty devastated with that, and I had to get over it to move on. So that's what I tried to do, and I recommitted to my health journey, and I've backed down about 10 pounds, thankfully, at the start. I've also seen my counselor through telemedicine, which is helpful. I hadn't seen her in a little while, but also like my husband and I thankfully are both still employed and getting paid. I'm so grateful for that. And his company has been amazing. He works for Verizon, and they're what a company really should be. It's amazing. He has been very fortunate with the outcome and how everything played out with that. I don't work for Verizon. I work for higher ed, and higher ed's a very different story. I'm going to take this Smashbox Cali contour. And in higher ed, I'm going to mix the two. We are not thriving. And we're doing the exact opposite. Which I have my own thoughts on higher ed, even though I work in it. But something's got to change. And we had to do massive cuts. And I'm still employed. I'm still working. But some of my friends didn't fare. And that's hard. That's hard to watch. And I know it's hard to watch because I've been on the opposite side where I have been cut. Because of budget reasons. And I think it brought me back. I'll be 35 next week. In the 13 years that I've graduated college, with my undergraduate degree, which was during the recession, I've never had job security. And I know a lot of people don't. But never once had a job where every year, if not every other, has said we're cutting, your job may be in jeopardy, or your job is in jeopardy, we don't know. So then I have to be thankful, I'm going to take the blush shade in there, I have to be thankful that I didn't get cut. But by not getting cut, that means we don't get raises. By not getting cut, we don't have budgets to, and I work in technology, so we have to make computers last longer. Oh, it's starting to storm. We have to make computers and systems last longer. We have to do more with less. And that's the world. That's not just higher ed either. I'm going to take this matte, or the under eye shade. So I was on the struggle bus. I didn't know if my job was going to be eliminated. I was told it was pretty safe. You never know. But also, I couldn't say that any of my friends were safe. So that was difficult. And some of them weren't. And trying to be there for them and help out wherever I can, writing letters of recommendation. I'm just trying to blend all this stuff in a little bit better. And I couldn't film. So I didn't. Simple enough. And the state of the world is just very upsetting. I'm going to go with this butter highlight. This is in rose gold, I think. This one's a little bit dark for me, but I'm not going anywhere. And I just want a little pop of shimmer. So we'll see what happens next year, because we're told if enrollment doesn't go up, which I can guarantee you it won't, especially with what's going on, the pandemic and everything else, we're going to have more cuts next year. And I don't want to go through this again. So this is my motivation to find a new job. Not that I didn't want to anyways, and this is not a secret. I've told my boss and my boss's boss and the VP of the area support. I got my master's. I graduated a year and a half ago. I haven't done anything with it. And it would be a waste of my time and a waste of my money, even though I did have tuition reimbursement. So I didn't pay for the entire thing. I did pay for some. It wasn't completely free. But I wasted like my time. I mean, there was so much time spent in that. It would be a waste of that if I didn't pursue something else. If I didn't pursue another job where I had growth. I had zero growth in this job. So I have to move on. And I'm doing my job a disservice. My users are getting a disservice because my heart's not in it. So I love my users. They're great. And I know I need to do better for them. But also, it's very difficult to find the motivation to do better and be proactive and be the IT person I used to be and that I want to be, to provide the customer service that I know I can and want to provide. It's such a vicious cycle, and it's hard for me. It's really hard. I'm going to go with my So Jaded palette with this rose quartz shade. I'm so close to hitting pan. I'm devastated. I'm part of a makeup group on Facebook that it's all dedicated to Colourpop makeup. And I asked if somebody knew of a shade that was, I'll ask you guys too. Does anybody know of a shade that is similar to this rose quartz shade that I can buy that's not in a giant palette? Because I'll just buy this palette again if that's the case. But I need to find it somewhere. I'm sorry if you can hear the pouring rain. Maybe a 9-pan or a single. I don't know. I just love this color so much. It's my favorite. I can wear it with nothing. I can wear it as a transition. I can jazz it up with something else. Just for my skin tone, it works so well. So, with quarantine being lifted, we should be going back to work in the next few weeks, and are going back to the building. And I'm dreading it, but also looking forward to a routine again. I think our normal is definitely a new normal. It's not the same normal we're going back to. But also, I can't be afraid to live my life either. So I'm gonna go see some friends after my birthday. My birthday's the 17th. The 19th, I have a friend coming to hang out for the night. A couple friend, like a husband and wife. And then the next day, I'm going to go downstate and see some of my other friends that I'm so excited about. I haven't seen in so long. And I'm going to enjoy every second because I'm an extrovert. This has been very difficult for me. Alright, see, like I call this new growth. It's probably breakage. See my new growth? I have some spots. It looks like my hair is super greasy every day because my roots are so dark and my ends are so light. But no, that's just my quarantine look. Please enjoy. I'm gonna deepen this just a tiny bit. Tiny bit. Speed through it. But I'm gonna go in with Jasper. It's my second favorite shade. And I'm only going to put this right in my lower part of my crease, which means you won't be able to see it at all when I open my eyes. But let's just define it, because my eyes have a lot of extra meat these days. I don't think quarantine has been good for my stress levels. We did a few projects around our house. We painted our living room since. I'm going to take this, what's this one called? My Precious. Just a matte, light matte, and put it right there. We painted our living room because he hated the green I picked out almost 5 years ago when we moved in. So I let him pick it out, and it's a really pretty almost like this stone shade. It's supposed to be like a gray. It's like a really, really warm gray. It's called Creek Bed by Bear. But my house is very small, and the color ended up being a little bit darker than I intended. But it's fine. It looks fine. He dealt with the color he hated for 5 years. So I can deal with this too. And I don't hate it. So there's that. Alright. That is pretty much what I do. Except for some mascara. Which I need to spray my face first because I haven't been doing that. You know, with having minimal makeup on, no foundation, like, I want my skin to look fresh, dewy, healthy. So I use this. I have the 4th Ray Beauty from Colourpop, the Glisten mist. I have 3 of these, all different. I have the Mellow Milk and the Fresh AF. But right now I'm going to use this Glisten one because it's got a little bit of iridescentness to it. These, the little trio sprayers, not good. They're real aggressive. Really aggressive. So, this is my go-to quarantine look. I'm not wearing foundation. You can still see my freckles. You can still see my sunspots, but I look a little bit more even and a little bit more put together. So, thanks for joining me. I'm happy you're here. Welcome back to seeing my face. Oh, these intros and outros. I'm happy to be filming again. I don't know if it's going to be a consistent schedule right now. I'm trying and working on it. But this is where we're at. And this is where we're going to be out for a little bit. So it's almost my birthday. I don't know if I'll get another video up before that. I would like to. Maybe a little birthday makeup, get ready with me. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.